Moon does here. Let's talk about every game happened on the 7th, December 7th, Wednesday. The first game is the Clippers lost to the Orlando Magic on the road. Kawhi Leonard and Paul George both played. That's the biggest news here. Um, what are you gonna do with these two guys? You know they're gonna get rested a lot, and right now they're at an all-time low value. So I'm still gonna try to buy low, but at least Kawhi returned. That's a really good sign. He played 30 minutes. Paul George also played 32. Struggled a little bit. Paul George for sure is a huge battle. Kawhi Leonard is also a battle. We just don't know how many games are they really gonna play and how many minutes. It's good to see him play 30 minutes this game. The rest of the Clipper guys, I mean, not really interested. Zubac had a great double 30. His great season continues. And Terrence Mann came in and Nicholas Batum came in and played 37 minutes. You could stream both guys in the short term because like Norman Powell was out, some John Wall and all these guys. But these guys are gonna become. Marcus Morris Senior was also out. With everybody out, there's some guys you could stream, but yeah. For the Magic, Bobo continues to get huge minutes. I still think he's a sell high. If you can get a top 50 player, I would still do it. Pablo Panchero, standard game, but one thing that stands out is 13 for 14 from the free throw line. Some nights you will have nights like this, and some nights he goes 5 for 10. Mortiz Wagner also went off. We don't know when Wendell Carter Jr. is back. He's been out for a few games now. So Wagner could be a good stream next game. Franz Wagner had a pretty rough shooting night, but he just doesn't have games where you just go, wow. And then he doesn't have games where you, like the Markelle Fultz had, like, wow, he didn't do anything. He's just very consistent. His ranking is actually pretty crazy low, 123rd ranked player. But he's averaging 19 points, 48% from the field and 86% from the free throw line, but he offers no defensive stats and 2.7 turnovers. I didn't realize he's turning the ball over this much. But yeah, obviously a must roster. Markelle Fultz, horrible game, but continue to hold it. Cole Anthony, what are you going to do? He's coming off the bench. Just have to hold, He has a little bit of upset, I think. The next game, the Brooklyn Nets beat the Charlotte Hornets at home. Jalen McDaniels is a must roster. 35 minutes here again. Really great line. He's a mini version of Miles Bridges. I think there's 1 steal, 1 block, 7 rebounds, and 19 points. PJ Washington, a must roster. Did not played okay. Had a block, 7 assists is really good. Had 1 3, but his efficiency continued to destroy efficiencies. 1 for 4 from the free throw line, 38% from the field. Mason Plumlee just doing what he does. Great. The minutes is great. This game will go to overtime? Did not go to overtime. Such few minutes for Kelly Oubre Jr. and Terry Rozier. Kelly Oubre Jr. free throws is the biggest issue, but counting numbers, he's providing a ton. 28 points, a minus 14, three threes. And he's going to have a lot of opportunity this year. So he's a must roster. LaMelo Ball, where is he? We don't know. Terry Rozier, 29 points, great efficiency, great game from him. Overall, this season he's been disappointing. And then on the Nets, Kyrie, one of the 4 blocks is huge, but one of the better games from Kyrie since he coming back from suspension. KD just giving out KD numbers. Royce O'Neal, still we can roster him. The minutes is super high for him, 37 minutes. So he's gonna get steals just by playing this much, right? He's gonna get rebounds, assists. Claxton, 20 minutes, not bad. A steal and 3 blocks. The rest of the guys, Joe Harris, Seth Curry, they are just 3-point streamers. Both play well. But that's the thing. Charlotte Hornets, they don't really play much defense. That's why they score 122 points. The next game, the Atlanta Hawks got absolutely destroyed by the New York Knicks, 89-113. Dejounte Murray, got hurt 3 minutes into the game. So he is going to miss a few games. It's questionable next game. But I think ankle injury, he's gonna miss a few games, so maybe we could look to stream. AJ Griffin is probably like you want to stream him and Bogdanovich, the 1-2 game. Bogdanovich had a horrible game, 3 for 16, but he's just coming back slowly. Same thing with AJ. Collectively, they just had a really bad night. Trey had 19 and 6, pretty mediocre, and he was a minus 26. Yeah. Nobody on the Hawks team played well at all. And on the Knicks, Julius Randle, man, 34 points, 17 rebounds, 5 assists, and a steal, 8 for 8 from the free throw line, and 6 for 12 from the 3. Unbelievable game. Try to sell high, yeah. I think over the last week or so, he's had quite a few big games like this. So see if you can get a top 40 player back, who is kind of struggling at the moment. So guys like, let me see, Trey Young. Yeah, Trey Young is probably the biggest buy low at the moment. Zach LaVine, do a 2-for-1, see if you can get it. Ja Morant is ranked 70th. So yeah, try to do 2-for-1, see what you can get. Mitchell Robinson, great, a double, 25 minutes. And Isaiah Hartenstein surprisingly played 19 minutes, maybe the blowout. But yeah, he's no longer. We don't need to worry about him. Quentin Grimes had a huge game, 5 for 7, 23 points and 2 blocks. Okay, but he's not fantasy relevant yet. And Jalen Brunson struggled, but had 6 assists and 2 steals. Not bad overall. A great win for the Knicks. The next game, the Lakers lost to the Raptors, 13 points, without AD, without LeBron. Okay, that's expected to lose. And Russell Westbrook had 5 turnovers, 16 points. And with both guys out, he has just 4 assists. That is interesting. So he's definitely not chasing the triple doubles anymore. Just 4 assists. That's more natural for him maybe. In Oklahoma City Thunder guys, his assist numbers were not too crazy. And with everybody out, what did the Laker guys do? Dennis Schroeder didn't really do much. 18 points is nice. Lonnie Walker, 12 empty points, and he was a minus 37. Really bad. I think Lonnie Walker is close to a job. Thomas Bryant, Juan Toscano Anderson. Thomas Bryant had a huge game, but AD should be back next game, I think. It's like 2 or 3 days. It's not like he had like an ankle injury, just illness. So he probably recovered at that point. Austin Reeves, yeah. I mean, Laker guys, you just look at the names, look at their fantasy. Nobody's is remotely worth picking up. For the Toronto Raptors, OG, 23 points, that's great. That's still on the block. Siakam, great, 25-10. Siakam's assist numbers stands out. I didn't realize he'd been getting this many assists. Yeah, he gets a lot of assists now. 2 steals is also great. Koloko started, had a 1 steal and 4 blocks. If they got a back-to-back, sure, I would stream him for some defensive stats. Scotty Bombs, no defensive stats, but did grab 17 rebounds. That's impressive. And Fred VanVleet, still no defensive stats. Still a buy low at the moment. He's going to be at least a top 25 to 30 player, I think. So if you can use a top 50 player plus someone to get him, I think that would be good. And Gary Trent played 33, try to sell high. Chris Boucher came in, played 25 minutes. Thaddeus Young played 18. Chris Boucher, yeah, we could stream him, but with everybody healthy, he's not getting a lot of opportunity. The next game, the Washington Wizards lost to the Bulls, 111-115. Bradley Beal is going to be out for minimum 1 week. So Danny Advia, try to stream him. He had 4 steals, 6 assists, 5 rebounds, and 10 points. I like his fantasy game. He's just so inconsistent. But he has the ability to rack up numbers like this. So like this is a really good game. 6 assists and 4 steals. Kyle Kuzma, 21 points. With Beal out, him and Kristaps Porzingis should be getting a higher usage. Both of them play well. Porzingis with 2 steals and 2 blocks. And amazingly, just not getting hurt this year. Amazingly. Monty Morris, also a huge game, 8 assists in his standard. 8 assists, 17. Maybe without Bradley Beal, he's going to get a few extra minutes. So let's also stream him. For Chicago, Zach LaVine 25. Zach LaVine's shooting numbers this year just not, because over the years in the past he's been very efficient. Maybe the injury is bothering him a little bit, but 25 points, 5 threes, and 2 steals, 5 assists is not bad at all. DeRozan 27 points, 1 block, just putting up the DeRozan numbers. And Caruso started this game. Why did he start? Played 32 minutes. Maybe they're just experimenting different lineups. If Caruso starts, he's a must roster. 32 minutes here, like you see 9 assists and 4 steals. He's a must roster. He gets some blocks as well. Maybe because they were down something is too bad. So after this game, I would 100% pick up Caruso and just see where things go. Okay. Let's go to the next game. We have maybe 6-7 more games. The Oklahoma City Thunder lost to the Grizzlies. Shea went to the free throw line. Unbelievable. Shea, his ability to get to the line. He's the new James Harden. In terms of getting to the free throw line, so many free throw attempts, and he's hitting it at a crazy rate as well. He must have really worked on it in the offseason. He's shooting 92% from the free throw line. Unbelievable. 26 points, 7 assists, and a block. Not in his standard this year, it's a bad game, but still very, very good. 90% from the free throw line. Josh Giddey had 10 rebounds. That's fine. Jermaine Robinson-Earl starts. Get 9 rebounds, but that's all he does. And Pokusevski, I think his minutes just is in the 20s now. So if you want to drop him, I think it's okay. But it's also fine to hold. But definitely you could stream him, depending on their schedule. Jalen Williams get 25 minutes. Also, it was a bit of a blowout, so everybody's minutes was a bit lower. But I would still stream guys like Poku, Jalen Williams, and Jermaine Robinson-Earl. For the Grizzlies, Dylan Brooks had an okay shooting line with 5 threes. And then the news came out that Desmond Bane is going to be out for a few more games. I don't know what that means. I know like Grizzlies are not very good when it comes to player injury updates, because this 1 year Jaren Jackson Jr. just didn't come back. It was like 4 months later than the original timeline. So you just don't know what's going on with Desmond Bane. So it sucks, but you just have to hold on to him. Meanwhile, John Conchar is a guy we could stream. He only played 27 minutes due to a blowout, but he's a really good fantasy player. Jerry Jackson did his damage. Jerry Jackson Jr. has been unbelievable this year. He now is the 12th ranked player, playing just 26 minutes. By far the lowest. Like inside top 25, nobody else plays 26 minutes. Every single person is 30, other than Miles Turner. So he's just doing this much in 26 minutes is unbelievable. 5 blocks here and 2 steals. Unbelievable for Jaren Jackson so far this year. Brandon Clark actually also came in and played 25. Let's not worry about him. Steven Adams only 21 minutes. You know, these two big men on the Grizzlies team, you could stream them in some situations, but they're not much rosters. All right, let's go to the next game. The Milwaukee Bucks beat the Kings 126-113. For the Kings, Harrison Barnes had a decent game. Just a streamer, in my opinion. Keegan Murray now, the minutes is up and up. Okay, maybe we could start. He's in the streaming territory for sure now. He was getting 22, 23 minutes. Now he gets 27. 1 steal and 2 blocks. This is not a bad line at all, in my opinion. So think about streaming him. Sabonis had a huge game. 7 assists, and efficiency-wise, huge. Kevin Huerter and De'Aaron Fox. Definitely, De'Aaron Fox has cooled off quite a lot. On the season, he's still inside that top 35, 33rd, but he's dropping off a lot. But I'm not worried about him. I think he bounced back. At least the counting numbers. Kevin Huerter hit 3 threes. Yeah, he's like the new Buddy Hield, making so many threes. And Malik Monk came off the bench, had 20 minutes. Malik Monk is also a good streamer for points and threes. For the Milwaukee Bucks, Giannis, wow, 90% from the free throw line. You know, he had a couple weeks he was struggling. Maybe he changed his routine. Now he just hits them. 35 points, 7 assists, 6 rebounds. Yeah, still good stuff from him. Brook Lopez came back. He missed the game. And Bobby Portis only 20 minutes. It sucks, but he's still a hold. Jrue Holiday, huge game offensively, and Chris Middleton. Give him some time to slowly ramp up. But easy win for the Bucks. The next game is the Indiana Pacers lost. Indiana Pacers has beaten a lot of really good teams, but they lost this one 115-121. Tyrese Halliburton just continued to put amazing numbers. Crazy good efficiency, 5 threes, 15 assists, 3 steals here. Don't know what to say about this guy. He is too good. Andrew Nembhard, he's a must roster, even with Tyrese Halliburton back. That is interesting. He played 31 minutes. He's playing so well right now, the coach has to give him minutes. I think also a sell high. If you can convince somebody he's going to be a top 60 player rest of the way, like I don't think his minutes is even secure. Who knows what happens when Duarte comes back. He's getting the minutes now. He plays super well without Tyrese. So I try to sell him. Throw him in. Trade him and a top 50 player for a top 30 player potential. This one with Shadow Sell High. Miles Turner had 4 blocks, great game from him. Buddy Hield, he's been struggling shooting the basketball, really good here, 7 threes. And Aaron Nesmith, just 1 steal, below averaging. And Benedict Mathurin, 32 minutes. Yeah, he's also, I think we could roster him. Very good points and get to the line a lot, even though he struggled 3 for 6 here. For the Timberwolves, Kyle Anderson played just 22 minutes, but I think he's worth holding on to. For whatever reason, he played just 22, and Jalen Noel got 26. With Cat out, I think I want to still stream Kyle Anderson. Jaden McDaniels had 2 steals, okay game. Anthony Edwards continued just, what the hell, man, 6 steals? 90% from the free throw line. So with Cat out, Anthony Edwards has been like a top 10 player, 100%. His steal numbers has been crazy. So if you bought low on him, congratulations. He's just clicking on everything now. He's a 39th ranked player. To me, he's a top 40 player, top 50 player for sure. But there's a concern is when Cat comes back, is he going to be disengaged? D'Lo also played really well. No rebounds, but everybody just plays well without Cat. So maybe Cat is messing things up. I don't know. Maybe the roles are just more defined with Cat out. The next game, the Detroit Pistons lost to the Pelicans, but they made it close, 90 on the road, 98-104. They are starting Isaiah Stewart and Marvin Bagley together. I'm not sure if that's a good idea. Isaiah Stewart still played 30 minutes, so we still roster him, but Marvin Bagley, we got to think about letting him go. Jaden Ivey played just 21 minutes. A lot of minutes were taken by Alec Burks and Corey Joseph. That is interesting. Did Corey Joseph play well? At least he was a -3. Dwayne Casey just loves Corey Joseph. But Jaden Ivey, you still want to hold on to him. Still a must roster, I think. Hopefully he just gets better as the season goes. We don't know if Cade Cunningham is coming back at all. Meanwhile, Killian Hayes is having huge games. 12 assists and 2 steals, 17 points. He's a must roster. Bogdanovic played just 20 minutes and just weird. Jalen Duren played high minutes. He could be a good streamer, but that's about it. For some rebounds and field goal. Saddiq Bey comes off the bench now, not a must roster. You could stream him. Same thing with Alec Burks if you want some points and threes. Alec Burks has been putting up numbers in just 20 minutes of playing. So that's pretty impressive. For the Pelicans, Zion Williamson, huge game, 29. Struggle from the free throw line, but have some defensive set good. Trey Murphy is absolutely a must roster. I know that Herbert Jones is out, so maybe he doesn't get 35 minutes every game, but who knows? The way he's been playing, even Herbert Jones coming, maybe Herbert Jones gets 20 minutes. Give him 30 minutes, but he's absolutely must roster. 20 points, crazy good efficiency, hit threes, get steals, get blocks, get assists, and rebounds, as he's shown here this game. Valanciunas played 28, meanwhile Larry Nance. So they found, also Brandon Ingram was out. So they found minutes for both Larry Nance and Valanciunas. Yeah, just expect him to get around 25 minutes a game. And Larry Nance Jr. had a huge game, but how much can we really trust it? There were a bunch of guys out. Even Najee Marshall had a great game versus the Pelicans. CJ struggled with his fouls. He'll be fine, maybe a bit by low at the moment. Let's go to the next game. The Jazz barely beat the Warriors without Steph Curry, 123-124. Clay hit 4 threes, that's fine. Still had 3 blocks, and Jordan Poole 36. Yeah, every time Curry is out or Clay is out, he's gonna put up some numbers. He can score. He can really score, man. Get to the free throw line as well. Huge game. This is why we draft this guy early, but it's just when Curry is around, some nights he played 25 minutes, just had 3 points, because he's getting cooked on the defensive end and offensive end. He missed a few shots. Steve Kerr's like, okay, why do I have this guy on the Draymond Green also out, so Kevon Looney might have got extra few minutes. But, Curry's going to be back. Draymond's going to be back. So Kuminga, Dante DiVincenzo, they're not really going to get minutes. But it's good for these young guys to get some minutes. But that's like the expectation going into the season that, hey, they're going to use Dante DiVincenzo. They're going to give Jonathan Kuminga enough minutes. But for the most part, that hasn't been the case. And for the Utah Jazz, they also had some injuries going on. They had, we still don't know when Mike Conley is coming back, right? And Vanderbilt now came off the bench this game. That is interesting. And Kessler started. So that's interesting. Kessler why did he immediately had just a huge game. 12 rebounds, 5 blocks. So let's go pick him up and just see where things go. They did play the Warriors without those guys, so maybe next game but 24 minutes of him, he does have enough upside, I think. So take a flyer on him, just see where things go. Malik Beasley, he could be a good streamer. Kelly Olynyk had 2 steals and 5 assists, 3 rebounds, 15 points. Not bad from Kelly Olynyk, continues to put up numbers. Jordan Clarkson with 9 assists and 22 points. His breakout season continues. I'm still going to hold on to Vanderbilt just to wait for 1 or more 2 games. This game is weird. Nickeil Alexander-Walker played 28, who wasn't getting minutes at all. Colin Sexton get 26. This is what he's been getting minutes, opportunities, but what kind of numbers did he put up? The points are there, but nothing else. It's really you really turned off by the stat line. Let's talk about the last game. This one was a blowout. It wasn't close. Phoenix Suns, they gotta do they have some soul searching to do, right? They're winning a lot of games. Sure, next game they're gonna beat Detroit. They're gonna beat Charlotte Hornets. They're gonna beat Pacers by 20 points. And then big games, they just get destroyed. Jason Tatum, easy work for him. 30 minutes. Jaylen Brown also struggle with his shot. It still doesn't matter. It's not like the Celtics shot the ball that well. They shot 35% from 3. They really struggle from. But my God, what happened this game? They all played well. Marcus Smart had 3 steals, 6 assists in 26 minutes. That's good to see him start getting the assists. If I got Derek White, I'm still gonna wait for 1 more game because it was a blowout. Otherwise, maybe he still put up a great line, 3 steals and 6 assists, and he was a plus 23. So he's by far in 18 minutes plus 23. That's pretty impressive. So I'm gonna hold on to him just to see what happened next game with his minutes. If it wasn't a blowout, he's gonna get a few extra minutes. For the Phoenix Suns, it's a bad game, but good thing is Chris Paul is back. But it's just a bad game. Let's just move on. Move on to the next game. I think everybody played horrible. Devin Booker especially was a -40. And that's it, guys. I will see you